great defensive lineman. How much does that help you to get that one-on-one block so you can beat your guy?
I feel like it's really just setting it up. I feel like once one of us get going, it kind of like a domino effect. D Hunt got it going this week, and I fed off of him. Me and him play on the same side a lot, so. If you pay attention earlier in the game, I kind of set my sack up this past week, and you gotta just like throwing the perfect pitch. I feel like I got interviewed. Somebody interviewed me how hard it was to get a sack. It's hard. You just gotta wait for the opportunity in the right time. But we got Will back this week, man. The sack's only gonna keep coming.
You feel like it should have been 1.5?
No, I definitely should have had 2. I missed one. I get an opportunity every game, so it's just finishing your rep, finishing your opportunity, But I think I'm one of the best rushers interior in the league, and I hope that everybody that's going against me, y'all get a good glimpse of this because I'm like that.
Okay, I was gonna ask you because whenever we're talking about like surprises and stuff, I'll be honest. I'm like, yeah, Tim Settle's been surprising. It's been a lot of production. Looks like he belongs. Why should we not be surprised what you're doing right now?
I've been doing it. Obviously I didn't have all the opportunities, in past teams or situations where it wasn't up. I feel like this team believes in their players, and I feel like they believe that we're going to be able to get it done. And that's another thing. When you got coaches and you got teammates and everybody that's in the organization just behind you, it's easy to execute at a high level.
What kind of watch you get this time?
We're going to Rolex, man. We're going Rolex. We're going Rolex. And when I do get my 6 sacks this week, I'm going to replace all the other watches I didn't get. It's coming. We gonna get this 6th one.
Domingo talked about your intelligence at the defensive tackle spot. What kind of goes into like game plan prep and using some of that intelligence in your game?
It's kind of crazy, I give a lot of guys respect, but I don't like looking at who I'm going against, just so I can kind of keep up what I'm doing. And a lot of the guys are the same. It's really dependent on how they set. How they shoot their hands, what they're weak to and what they're strong to, and I kind of try to twist everything up. So if you're good at something, that I try to take away what you're good at, and I feel like you gotta just keep working at it. But I call my rush, I call it catch and finesse. I power and I try to I try to take the power out of guys by attacking hands, arms, wrists. A lot of guys don't do that, but I feel like it's just different. It's a different look. Guys aren't used to it, and I feel like it helps me be direct.
Do you have nicknames for some of your moves?
We got a bite and go. We got the jab and go. We got the those are my 2 favorite. We got thrash rushing. We got spike. I don't know. Just my favorite. Just know that when I'm a 2-eye and I'm getting it and it's a turn, just know that your quarterback's going to get hit.
Is the thrash a bull?
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want to. It's violation. Whatever, I don't know. It's just violent until somebody give. I don't know. That's just how we think.
You have a great vantage point in film and playing next to him. What Daniil does, you sometimes shake your head like, wow.
I shake my head every play. And that I'm playing next to this dude that looks like a mannequin and plays like he runs track. But he sets everything up for everybody, and it's kind of a thing where he kind of just goes and you just go off of him. He's going to lead you to the ball. He's going to lead you to the play. He sets a lot of stuff off. If it's not Will, it's him. Guys worry about him. You can kind of feel that throughout the game. The more he stresses offenses, the more the offense loosens up, and it allows us to eat.
What did you think of his Euro step?
The Euro step, the spin, the cross chop, the hop and go, the burn the edge. He just whatever he does works. I feel like that's just how we look at it. Just cover D Hunt.
It would be cool, see a lot of the guys that I played with last year, and just even like the support staff and equipment guys and everybody. It would just be good to see everybody for sure.
You went to war with these guys. They still have a good defense. Statistically, the record of the team isn't what they would hope for, but it looks like they're pretty stout now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, they got things going. Jeff ain't going nowhere. Harold Landry is still there. Arden Key. Like I said, a lot of the guys I play with, Amani Hooker. And so, I mean, they definitely still have a lot of pieces to their defense and their team in general. So.
Feels like you guys as a linebacker group are maybe deeper than beginning of the season. The guys are getting more opportunities on the field, a little bit more rotation. You're not having to play 100% of the snaps anymore. What's kind of led to that you have more guys that you can trust maybe at the spot?
I'm sure just the reps, over time, you get more and more reps in practice throughout the season, just the different opportunities that arise, whether it was me getting hurt, Henry getting hurt, which ultimately led to Devin coming in here. And then now you see Christian, starting to feel better and starting to come back. And obviously me and Henry from our injuries came back. And so it kind of created this surplus of, guys at linebackers. So I mean, it's good. It's always good to have more talent in the room. And I played in San Francisco where every guy who was in that room was a starter in the league. So it's a good thing.
Last year there was a lot of talk about wearing the Oilers uniforms. What was the dialogue like from the other side? Because here it was kind of a big deal. The Oilers played here. Y'all rocked the Oilers uniforms. What was it like from the Tennessee dialogue?
Honestly, that was my first time getting into the whole rivalry of it all. And when you start to hear both sides explaining why they feel like it's their uniform, and it was just kind of funny, just being a part of it and now being on the other side of it. So it's definitely something that I take pride in, and it's I think the heart and soul of why the rivalry is what it is.
Do you see growth from Will Levis? He's coming off one of his better games.
No, 100%. I mean, I just seeing him watching that game against Minnesota. He's just letting it rip, and also just some of the decisions he was making was a lot better. There was some times when I was watching and he had some of the routes that were deeper downfield. It might have been a little bit of a tough window to throw, but then you see he takes the check down and just kind of stays on schedule. So, Will is somebody that, I have a lot of respect for, somebody that, I look at as a good friend and keep up with him throughout the offseason and stuff like that. But it was good to see him, progress in the right way.
Azeez, not only are you, you play in the NFL, you're also a big fan of the NFL. From the outside looking in, what did you see from Derek Stingley? What's different now playing with him?
I really didn't see anything different. It's just outside, he looks like a lockdown corner, and now playing with him, he's a lockdown corner. So I think he's that true definition. And one thing I will say is even in the run game, I think both of our corners do a great job of filling in the run game. But somebody like that where you constantly are in a finesse mode of locking the receiver down to come in and fill the run as well. I think that's something that I guess would be maybe the one thing that was oh wow, this is pretty dope to see him do, because I know that's a lot of things that corners don't always want to do.
What is it like having that third linebacker out there in Jalen Petrie?
I'm sorry.
What is it like having that third linebacker? I know he plays the corner slot position, but having Jalen Petrie out there, he plays almost like a linebacker as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, man. Me and Jalen, that's my dog.